Now I have the shoes on for the first time. Just comparison of the comfort. Welcome to the unboxing and review on the 2016 Nike Air Max. This time we're looking at the Blue Lagoon, Black and Brave Blue. You guys might have seen my other video on the Bright Crimson, Black and University Red. I hope you guys checked that video out. It has more detail on that shoe than this one, because this one we're just going to compare between the Nike Flyknit Air Max versus the 2016 Air Max running shoe. So first we're going to look at the big differences in the material and the color and the difference in weight, and seeing how each one performs. I will be running in both shoes in my future videos. I'm doing this thing called global running, where I'm going to be running in different cities like Vancouver, Seattle, Los Angeles, New York, Toronto, Japan, Vietnam, and Philippines. And I have the GPS sports watch made by Nike, and I'm going to be sharing and tracking my runs just for experience and just to let you guys know how the views and what kind of trails I've been doing, and just to get a better fitness outlook altogether. So right here, I'm surprised. This is the first time I ever got a Nike box with the elastic band. I guess they want to make sure that nothing is coming out during the shipment. And this is the first time I've seen this. I got this from Finish Line. I guess this is their standard shipping, whatchamacallit, shipping security. Just giving you a green elastic band throughout the whole box. Okay, so let's take the first look. Right here, we're gonna flip this open. It gives me my receipt for finish line. And then take the first look right here. So the Blue Lagoon is a more lighter blue. On the pictures, I guess it didn't really appeal to me as much as the other colors. I really wanted green because, you know, green is like the color of light, the color green light to go, instead of like red, which is like to stop. And it looks really white right here on the camera, I see, but then honestly this is black. I don't know why. Oh, it's supposed to be reflective. That's what they're talking about, the shoe. Like on the website, that the shoe has reflective and low light. Supposedly, I guess you're running in the dark again. Then you want to be noticeable in the dark, so you don't get into an accident or something like that. So I'm very surprised that under flash, which I have on right now, that this swoosh is very white, but in real life, it is black. I mean, like I can't even tell you, like it's like this black, but it's white right here. Same thing with this swoosh. It's freaking supposed to be black, but then as you can see, the big contrast between this white and that black, because I guess it's supposed to be reflective. I'm very surprised in the feature on this shoe that it actually holds up to the standard. And to see how reflective it is, also I did a review on this pouch that holds my Nike pod. As you can see, there's like a pod right there, but it's also reflective. It's made by Griffin, but you can't see it, so this is supposed to give you more visibility. But as you can see on this shoe, the Nike Flyknit Air Max, which is also has a air sole bottom, it doesn't have reflective swoosh. I guess that's one of the drawbacks of this shoe. But the biggest thing about this shoe is that it's super lightweight. It's, in my other video on the review of this Nike Flyknit shoe, running shoe, I hope you guys check out that video, is that it's actually less than a pound. It's like 13 ounces in my rough estimate. So right here, we're going to look at the difference material, because the Nike Flyknits are actually made of polyester yarn. It's a knitted material. And I'm actually very fond of being high premium make, including, I'm sorry about that, including knitted material. And with the knitted material, this doesn't come with that. So this one is just a higher premium mesh, I would believe. And once we look at it, the biggest difference you see between this shoe and the 2016 Air Max is probably the fly wire. These are very visible. You can actually physically touch it. You can run your finger into it. as so. And these are supposed to pull down from the shoelace, and I believe it gives you more of a one piece with your foot, so you're running as a one piece. That way there's no loose ends within the shoe, and then you're getting maximum drive within your shoe, because then you just want to basically put all that power right here and pull you forward. Okay, so the biggest obvious similarity is the Air Max unit on the bottom sole. The biggest difference between this one and that one is actually like the color in the gel. As you can see, this one is like pretty light orange or red, and over here this one's clear. I like that there's a difference. I mean, I'd rather have two shoes and I could compare the two, but this one's a clear gel, which I don't mind anymore because I guess I have one of each. And right here with the fly wires, I like that it's actually pretty constructive. It's like a tubular construction. It's supposed to pull down your lace, so it tightens everything up, and it gives you a firm sock-like fit with your foot. So I guess that's what you want when you're running. And I've been running in these Nike Flyknits, and they're really lightweight. They don't even accumulate heat. I've been working out with them. I did squats, I did runs, I did Stairmaster, and with all these activities, I don't even feel any difference in heat, because there's better ventilation and breathability since this is made of polyester yarn. So I believe there's little tiny pores that gives it a lot of airflow. Now this one I'm really gonna be interested in trying, and I'll be talking more about this shoe when I do my global runs, especially when I go to New York and Toronto. And so right here we're gonna, oh, now flash is off. I guess like my camera is having low battery, and right here you can visibly see that this swoosh is clearly black. So is this one. So within no light, there is no reflective response from the shoe, and you can see how this shoe looks like without flash. Now I do believe, since this is mesh material, and I will try this on for you guys at the end, and I hope you guys check out the end, because I'm going to be comparing with different socks and compression clothing, and I believe attire is actually very important in your run as well. Well, with the polyester yarn, like I said, this was supposed to be 13 ounces. I do feel that this is a more constructive and stronger build, as poly can take more abrasions, more wear and tear, especially with this mesh. It does feel very fortified versus something like a cloth and polyester yarn. And I know within this, without the flash, it doesn't look as appealing, but I actually had a dirt accumulate on the cloth, and I did a video on how to clean a stain, and my stain was there for like about a week, and you guys want to check out that video, that would be great. The stain is actually removed by a shout wipe, and it did a fabulous job, and it was recommended by a Nike team member. So going back to the 2016 Air Max, I might have to add in another clip just because it has no flash right now. But awesome, now that we got the flashback, let's do a better comparison. Sorry about that. It was I don't know what happened. It just all of a sudden the flash died on me. So let's take out the other shoe as well inside the box, and let's talk about the differences before we go into the similarities. The obvious noticeable differences between the shoes is probably the swoosh. So again, let's look at the swoosh again. So with flashback on, you can see that it's reflective. Reflective swoosh on the 2016 Nike Air Max. Reflective here as well. And there's only one swoosh on each side of the Flyknits, and they are not reflective. I wish they have that as a universal feature on Air Maxes, but maybe they'll do that in the future, just because these are premium running shoes. And I think having reflective properties on a shoe to make you more visible, especially at night during a run, is actually very important. Okay, next is the material. So polyester yarn, super lightweight, premium mesh, more tough and supportive, more constructive, probably can last a little bit longer than just straight up cloth. And for the touch and poly premium make, I do think the Flyknit's a better make, because the fly wires are integrated right here. They actually have it, but they're integrated in the shoe. I can't even physically pull them out really, but they do still tie down the laces to the shoe, as we can see. And these fly wires on 2016 Air Maxes are physically touchable, and they also pull down on the laces as well. Now the other thing was the laces. So this one has a more flat, I believe a better material lace, in my opinion, than these rope-like laces on the 2016 Air Max running shoe. Either way, I mean, laces shouldn't make that much of a difference, but to me, I actually prefer this kind of lace over these more. Actually, they're more stronger, in my opinion. These are stronger laces just because of the thickness on the lace, rather than these thinner but yet more aesthetically looking lace. Okay, now let's look at the back side. You can see there's a little pulling tags for the Flyknits, and they're a little bit reflective right there, but not really much. But on the 2016 Air Max, there is no reflective pullback straps to help you put on the shoe. I think they should put that on. I think that would be a good feature. But again, I don't know why they don't make it uniform. Maybe just because they're different types of shoe. Right here, it's supposed to say Nike Air Max 2016. Again, it's super reflective. Can't even show you. Oh, there's part of it that could right there. It says Nike. I'm supposed to see the other words. It will say Air Max 2016. Versus these right here will just say Nike Flyknit Max. Okay, so the difference between this is the tongue. So the tongue here on the Flyknit is actually very, very thin. Very, very thin. There is no mesh. I believe this makes the shoe even more lighter. I think that one must be the goal of this shoe, is to make it super light. Even the tongue is just super flexible and thin. But over here we have one that's more, again, more constructive, probably more supportive, maybe a little bit more comfort even, just because they said there might be some plush foam material or mesh. I mean plush mesh that supports the upper arches of your foot, between your sock and your foot. Okay. I wonder if I covered most of the differences. I think the construction of the shoes are very similar. I mean, this is the upper part, and the upper part is actually held together by this middle part, and then the Air Max Air unit, air sole. So same thing over here. The upper part, this one's made of polyester yarn, then the middle part that pieces it together, and then this outer air sole. And then again, this one has a different color versus this one is clear. I mean, some of the Air Maxes actually come with color, but then this Blue Lagoon version does not come with it. This one clearly says Air Max just because it's a signature. This is the signature 2016 runner shoe. But then the Flyknits do not have that version where it doesn't say Air Max right here. These are more plain, but I wouldn't say they're plain, but they just don't have it. So again, looking at the air sole, which is on the bottom, only the 2016 Air Maxes have these air soles, and with these air soles, the best thing you're looking at is the little grids, that they have little traction and nuggets. I like them call them nuggets. And they're supposed to, when you land on the floor, it's supposed to stick and then pull you forward. You're not supposed to slide back. So that's why I think this is why it's so premium, because of the air sole comes with these little nuggets and ridges. They call it like a waffle, and it gives you premium a premium run, like comfort, gives you better traction, a better timing, and it's supposed to give you a better, softer land, right? Because then, like, think about it. This is an air sole. You're not landing on rubber like other shoes. Other shoes are made out of rubber, and they're probably harder on your sole. Like you're probably landing right here, and you're putting more weight and strain on the ball of your foot. Versus when you're landing on something that's more softer, made of gel, the Air Max, and with better grids and less chance of sliding back because there's grids on the bottom. So now we look into the Nike swoosh right here. So these symbols do not mean that they're compatible with the Nike Plus Air Max. I mean Nike Plus Sports Watch GPS, which I'm using to track my global runs, and same thing with the Flyknit. They don't have that either, but they also have the same gridded bottom also. So even though they don't have that capability of putting on the Nike Plus pod for tracking your GPS runs, I bought the Griffin right here. It says Griffin pouch to hold that pod, which I will take out right now just to show you, so you guys can see. So this thing tracks you and then reports your records back into the GPS. So I guess with the video being this long already, I'm going to conclude it here. So it was just a quick recap and similarities and differences between the two premium running shoes, the Flyknit versus the Air Max. I will be running in both of them, giving you more of a feedback on what I think is better. I do love these shoes just because they're lightweight and breathability. So I'm going to try these out in all my other activities, including working out, squats, running, hiking, everything. So I'll let you know. And right now I'm going to put them on. Before I try on these shoes for the first time, I just want to talk a little bit about the socks. So I think socks is important, especially with your attire. If you're going to be running for a long distance and you want to be in comfort and run with confidence. So these are high intensity Nike socks. They're pretty long and they give me a lot of support and a lot of compression. I love these. I use these for working out. Next we have these Jordan socks. They're more like for comfort and style. I wear these with my Nike Pro Steppers. And if you want to see, these are the Nike Pro Steppers that I usually wear if I want to be more, not in an active wear, but more like a casual going out look. Okay. And right here I have these Under Armour socks. These are undeniable crew socks. So I've never tried one of these on, but I'm going to try these on with this shoe. And right here it says that it has an armor dry. It wicks moisture, accelerates evaporation, enables arch support, helps reduce foot fatigue. And I actually wore some of these socks for working out, and I like how they are. There's a lot of cushion in here. It's really thick material. And right here it says it helps prevent growth of odor causing bacteria in the sock. So that's another awesome feature. And this last one is strategic cushioning, protects high impact areas of the feet. Exactly. You want to protect your feet. You don't want to have a sore foot after you run or working out. So you want something that gives you a lot of cushioning, support, and also a lot of comfort. So I'm going to be wearing these right now with these shoes. So stay tuned. Thank you. Now I have the shoes on for the first time. Just comparison of the comfort between a Flyknit made of polyester yarn versus these, which is made out of mesh. I would think the Flyknits are actually more of a comfortable fit in my opinion, but this seems like there's a little bit more cushioning because of the mesh. The other thing is I feel like this is more warmer because there's more padding material, versus the Flyknit has more of a knitted yarn, allows more breathability, and I think it's more lightweight. I love that there's a reflective properties on these shoes. As you can see, it's reflecting off the flash. But either way, in the end, they're both premium running shoes. I think they give you maximum support and comfort and performance in your running. So I hope you guys stay tuned. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be wearing both these shoes in all my runs.